Okay, as you can see, I am going to be dubbing a Echofell, or I think that's what. Let me look. Yep, Echofell. Sans X Clumsy Emotional Reader. Well, that's just what it says. I'm just gonna put reader in the title because I'm too lazy. Screw me and my laziness. But anyway, let's just get going with the story. It said that it would be 5 minutes, so I thought this would be good. You had fallen into the underground because you were clumsy and tripped. You made it to a snowy area and walked around. It seemed a little deserted. You continued walking till you reached a place that was dark, but lit up by glowing water and flowers. You then heard someone walking close by. This startled you and sent you running. However, you tripped and fell, scraping your arm a little and you tear up a little. Footsteps came up behind you. You sat up and turned to see a tall skeleton. He wore a red sweater and a short jacket. You look at him in fear. He has a blank expression. Oh, he's wearing this? I don't get why he's a smoker. I don't get why they're a smoker. The skeleton then reaches a hand out to you. You look at it for a moment before taking it hesitantly. The skeleton helps you up. What's a human like you doing out here? He asks. I'm kind of lost, you say, placing a hand over the cut, hiding it. The skeleton notices and reaches for your arm, but you flinch away. It's alright, just let me look at it, he says, nonchalantly. I have no idea what that means. You hesitantly look at him, but remove your hand. The skeleton looks at it and then grabs something out of a small black pack on his side. He gently holds your arm and wipes some kind of disinfectant on it. Oh my god, my throat. Oh my goodness. Give me a minute. Okay. Back. I was just experimenting with what this can do. Show clock, or whatever. I think this is very neat. Anyway, let's just get on with it. You flinch a little. He then pulls out a white roll of bandages and wraps up your arm. Thank you, you stutter. You take a step and trip over a small rock. You're immediately caught by two warm arms. You look up to see the skeleton. Maybe you should stick with me, kid, he says. You blush and straighten yourself out. Okay, and my name is Gin. Not a kid, you say, looking in the other direction. Sans. The name's Sans, he says, nonchalantly. I still have no idea what that is. He begins walking. You follow after him. You've been following him for about 5 hours now. You begin to grow tired. Your stomach then rumbles. Sans looks over his shoulder. We should head home, he says. Home? You ask. Yes, I have food at my house. You can stay there and rest up too, he says. You nod and continue to follow him. You finally make it to his house. You sit down on the couch and look at the TV, wondering if it would turn on. Sans went to the kitchen and some beeping was heard. He then walked out with 2 plates of hot dogs. I love hot dogs. Favorite hot dog place, Casper's. I love that place. He sets them on the coffee table and sits down next to you. He turns on the TV to some detective show. You hum and eat happily, soothing your hunger pains. Now I might need something to eat. I had like 6 waffles like an hour ago. Thank you for being so kind, Sans, you say softly. Oh, thank you for being so kind, Sans, you say softly. He glances at you, a small blush on his face. No problem, he replies. You yawn and close your eyes. Leaning on the armrest of the couch, Sans glances over at you, blushing a little. He got up to get a blanket and draped it over you. You were pretty cute. My stomach's rumbling. I'm like, I just fed you. Why are you hungry again? Probably because I'm like... You stayed with Sans for 8 months now. You would follow him around, sometimes tripping. At night you would get emotional, even more so than in the day. Sans didn't mind too much. Something about you was just so attractive. It says sometimes about you, and I'm like, that's not right. So attractive, sweet, and cute. He wanted to ask you out, but didn't know how. You didn't know how? Just say, would you like to go out with me? That's all you have to say. Then they will say either a yes or a no. In these stories, it's usually a yes. Hey, Yin, Sans calls. You peek out of the kitchen and make your way towards the couch. You sit down. Sans takes a deep breath before speaking. Do you want to go on a date with me? He asks. You blush and begin to stutter. I mean, yeah, sure. You stood but tripped and fell on top of him. You blushed harder. He looked down at you, smirking with amusement. You scrambled up and stuttered something before running off. Sans shook his head and smiled. You were so cute! Just had to do that. I still look at the flashlight. It's like a flashlight. And just continue. It has been a year now. You and Sans had gotten together as boyfriend and girlfriend. You would always apologize for being clumsy or emotional. He would tell you it's okay and try to get you to stop apologizing. And now you're in the kitchen and nothing was going right. You were getting so frustrated you started crying. You slammed a pie on the counter and sobbed. Sans just walked in the door. He heard you and sighed softly. He walked into the kitchen to see spilled water and a mess on the counter. Sans went over to you and hugged you. I'm sorry. No, what did we talk about? Sans asked softly. You mumbled and buried your face into his chest. Sans used his magic to clean up the mess and picked you up. He carried you to the couch and laid down with you on top of him. You were crying softly. Just let it out and try to relax, doll. It's okay. I'm not mad at you, love. Easy, Sans coos. He rubs your back and whispers soothing sentences to you. Sans understands how emotional you can get. It's not your fault. He knows this. He still loves you no matter what. Doesn't everyone want someone like that? Doesn't everyone? Your breathing soon slows and your crying stops. You fell asleep on his chest. Your worries and stress eased. Sans loved seeing you at ease. You were peaceful, not having a single worry, comforted by him. Sans used his soul to make sure yours had a peaceful rest. Sans carried you upstairs to his room and laid you down. Laying next to you, he brushed some hair out of your face and kissed your forehead. The next morning, Sans woke up early and went downstairs to make breakfast. You woke up later feeling comfortable. Of course, your boyfriend just comforted you. You slipped on a sweater and went downstairs. You saw Sans in the kitchen with an apron on. You slugged over to him and wrapped your arms around him, burying your face into his back. Morning, baby. Oh my god. No, my voice. I'm sorry. Sans says softly. You hum back. You're more calm than usual, Sans stated. You hummed again. I had to. I'm sorry. Sans stopped what he was doing and turned around, wrapping his arms around you. He looked up at him, resting